Good morning. Wow, I am getting into the whole planner scene. Seriously getting into it. I tried an inkwell press, I tried an Erin Condren. They didn't work for me. I'm an older grandmother and I really don't need to break down my day the way they do. I just need to put some things down and keep it moving. So MissVickybee, who I subscribe to, wonderful, wonderful videos, very thorough, very informative, recommended this. In fact, oh my gosh, she oohed and awed over it so much that she totally convinced me to try it. It is a faux dori. I didn't like the Midori, too tall. Just wasn't crazy about the Hobonichi. Just something about it I didn't like. But this is by Buteo. Not sure if it's a woman or a man. It's an Etsy shop, and it's Buteo, in case I can't do the link thing. Gonna give it a try, though. And, wow, I just love it. It's the most thick, beautiful leather. It is a 7 by 5 inch size. I found that really worked for me really well. Just grab and go. Fits in my hand beautifully. Don't have to hold it up under my arm like I did my inkwell press. Little arthritis these days. All right, so I decorated a little bit with a one of those silk bows things. I'm a frog lady, so there's a little frog charm on there, and this is a charm I'd had forever. It's like a pillbox, and inside I put a little swatch soaked in lavender, and it does open. The E that you see was sent to me by Buteo, and I didn't know how to use it, so I finally said, since I don't care for this closure of a cross here, a la Midori Hobonichi size, I would take a brad and I take the rubber band out, and where the rubber band fit through, I would put that brad and I would put my beautiful leather initial. And boy, oh boy, does that work. It's not in the way, it's out of the way. Still kind of identifies in case I put it down somewhere. At least they know, well, it belongs to E. Okay. So now, I'm not going to be able to get this off very easily because I'm doing this with one hand, but you know, it's a breeze with two. Alrighty, so like I said, fantastic leather. OMG, a little mark on it, my fault. I hope that it kind of goes away, although I'm told that all the marks and scuffs are character driven. They give character to it. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that because I remember when I was a kid and I scuffed my leather shoes, which you can't even find anymore. Whoa, okay. Anyway, I'll live. Inside also a tiny little mark, my fault. Okay, so on YouTube is someone who shows you how to make these, I don't know what to call them. Anyway, they're zipper pouches, and then you attach it with packing tape. Kind of got to get it just so. But once you do it, you have this whole piece that can go right on the outside of all your books. So this is a top loading thing. These are ancient. These are like from my daytimer from when I was working 30 years ago. Well, okay, maybe. Yeah, it could be. It could actually be almost 30 years ago. I found a magnifying glass, which you really need when you get old. I had to cut it down a little bit, but it fit in there perfectly. So I will always have that. Wow. All right, so now let's get into this. Okay, so you're just gonna see the bones because I'm having a wall decorating, but I'm going slowly and really watching lots of YouTube videos as I go along and a few things on Instagram. So the zipper pouch just has, you know, whatever, business cards, whatever little stuff you want. And I have a little post-it pad so I can zip that out really quick. Inside, yeah, that's my name. Sorry about the reflection. I'm trying to just get this done in a clean place, which my craft room is not. This is a card I laminated. It is a program from a retreat that I went to with my church. This little clip, wow, when I bought these, I had no idea how I was going to use them. And they are Tim Holtz, and man, I hope I find some more because they really work really well. They don't stick up out of the book. Let me just show you the top of the book. I didn't do that. There you go. So I really love them. I have one of the style clip, which I'll show you in a minute, that I like equally as much. So the paper, I'm going to take this off, is from the Planner Society. It is Christy Tomlinson, and she's pretty amazing. This paper is amazing too. It's got texture and it's got weight. So I used it to cover the books. 2 of the books, not all of the books. Okay, so inside, on the inside cover, I made a pocket. This is from a failed attempt at a financial planning kind of thing. I had the envelopes. I made them with the envelope punch board, and I just couldn't keep up with it because every day I was supposed to put my receipts in the pouch, in the envelopes, and I don't know why, but I couldn't keep up with it. Anyway, put a little typewriter, cut it out with my scan and cut, and that is covering the number, the date, because I made like 30 of these things and then never used them. So this is really coming in handy. Inside of here is, okay, now these don't, yeah, I just put that clip down a little too far. Cheapy, this is Cheapy's things. Pads. They don't even have, stick them on the back. But down a little further, do you remember when the Smash books were the rage? Well, I bought all these little pads of things and I never smashed. So they're just loose little note things because I love to just jot down things all of a sudden. So these are going to come in super handy, and they do go down into the pocket really well, but you know, because I'm only one-handed here, it's not as good. Not working like it should. So, okay. Little Post-its that I already put in of stuff I wanted to remember. These were from the Target Dollar Spot. Okay, so there's not really anything else in there. Again, I covered the back. Also, I'm not going to bother covering the inside. Who sees the inside, right? Now, this is what I am absolutely loving that I just got yesterday from scrapbook.com. They are carrying planner dies by Quick Cuts. Here they are. Look at that. See, this comes off, you cut. This has these little slits, a la. I'm probably not going to use the little stuff that comes with it much, but I will definitely be using this like always. See that? Isn't that cool? I just happened on these. I've not seen them on anybody's YouTube channel, but they are super. Just really, really great. So inside, another, I need to tell you that there is another Quick Cuts set. These are called Pocket Scrap Dies, and look at that. I think I paid like, they were on sale, like there was some kind of discount thing going on, and I think I only paid like $10 for these. Meanwhile, from another company, I was going to get this. It probably was a little larger, and a few other dies, but it was going to cost me $25. So I'm super glad I did not do that. So now I can take I can cut these out, and I can just make these adorable, really adorable size cards. Give them all a little bit of panache with some, you know, some stamping. And then just, whoops, sorry to be out of frame there. And then just set them back in here till I need them. I can put them in my book if I want to put them in, or I can just put them somewhere. Or I can write somebody's name down and say, here, call me, there's my number. And what fun decorating them. I mean, this is a stamp, that time stamp and that whatever stamp and the pause, they're not stamps I usually use, but I totally was able to. I just glued it with a good solid glue right on the outside. You gotta be careful, don't glue these. I did that, I'll show you. Okay, so make sure you get them down in there because you don't want them coming out. They don't come out, you know, unless you're really throwing your book around. Okay, and then this is a pocket from Mombi's calendar pack for their new calendar that was the rage. I can't remember what the name of it was. They've got all these little doodads, and I just took them and I just put it inside, covered it up with one of their little things, their Mombi things. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have brought it. And this is another pocket. Not that, but this right here. So I'm going to put receipts of some kind in there. My life is joyful. Well, yeah, spending money makes me happy. All right, so just for the heck of it, I put a cute little Planner Society paper clip on there. I do not have anything again on the back. I'm going to keep the back free. I'm not quite sure why, but you know, you can get carried away. with these pockets and stuff. Let's see. And then this is just a saying again. My Scan and Cut did a great job of cutting that out. Covered it with a paper from Stampin' Up, their newest paper line this year. And again, this was one of those envelopes. This time I didn't cut it down the same direction. I used a different direction to cut it. It already had the blessed on. I had to cover the number, which was down here. And inside is just some stuff relating to a church event, some names and people that I need to contact to get moving on something. And it already had blessed, so it's like, oh my gosh. I still have 20 of these envelopes that I have to figure out how to use. Oh, what fun. Okay. Now, I guess this is the way the middle's supposed to be when you're putting them in. I haven't seen anybody really address this center part here. If I do, it'd be great. See, there's no problem here or any of these other middle ones, but I guess when you put it in, you got to have a middle or else it's going to stick in there. So I guess this page doesn't get used. So eventually I will take a paper clip and I will just clip those two pages together and I won't be using those two pages. Here's a little guitar paper clip that I made myself. It's a little puffy sticker, and I just stuck it on there, and it'll work. Okay, I'm not going to have too many of those clips. They just, yeah, they don't do anything for the book. Now, as I was telling you, I love these. There was another paper clip that I love. This is it, and I can't seem to figure out what the name of them is. I've been to Staples. I've been to Home Depot. Office Depot. No one knows what I'm talking about. I got them a long time ago. I probably had 6, and all I can find is 2, and I was really upset because I've seen some planners using them, and they really are whole. They're magnetized. Sounded like they were saying Ollie paper clips. I do not know if that's what it was. Anyway, again, this is more Smash book stuff. They're just little words, and so I just stuck them in here, and I'll, who knows. This is a Post-it that I fastened inside permanently, but remember, this is just a book. This is not the actual, my faux dori. And this is just a little more Post-its, and the gold just happened to kind of sort of match the pocket that I made with leftover Stampin' Up paper from the front. So right there and right there. And that's just a little jar. I was experimenting, cutting things out with my Scan and kind of cut it out so perfectly. I got to keep it. Hopefully I'll write on it someday. So again, the back is now holding that. See, it's the same size, these clips. So this is another from that little pack. I love this saying, she believed she could, so she did. Okay, there you go. One of these, the last of them. I just don't know what happened to the rest of them. I probably used them for bookmarks for books and then promptly gave them away. So that's just a card I can take out. And this is the calendar that I bought from Buteo. It's a monthly calendar. I'll probably stick something right in there. But this I'm not going to adorn much. I want to just use this in a very functional way. And that's it. So it doesn't start until October. You have like 4 choices with his calendars. I wanted to get a little more use out of my inkwell press, so I decided I'm not gonna start until October. I already showed you the ruler and close it up. It's just really beautiful. I just know I'm gonna use it to do lots of different things, and besides keep my calendar, all the little crafty notes and stuff like that. I just love it. It's the top. I just absolutely love it. And I'll change out the charms, I'm sure, every now and then. But I don't want to fill it up with a lot of stuff. I don't want things to get lost and misplaced and damaged. So I'm loving it. All right, that wasn't the only thing I've been working on. Okay, so when I got those pocket scrap dies, I'm going to show you them one more time because they are really cool, I'm sure. I mean, this is a little tag right here, and these are those little arrows that are so dang popular in life. Well, I'll put it on the card. So Tim Holtz has got this adorable new set out. I guess it's new. It's a set of 4 dies, and we all know the scribbly thing is, the rage. So just really want to quit because I know you don't want me to go on and on. Oh my gosh, look at my cat. OMG. Okay, so using a very old YouTube video from Christina Werner, I just wanted to do something a little different, making cards. So I made round card. Feel better. Can you see that? Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. Everything is very straight, but you know, these round cards have a habit of going sideways. And here's the one with the Tim Holtz thing. I have a feeling this is not going to stay forever. Okay, so his get well soon and the splat does, well, I'm thinking, you know, vomit. You can't send this to everybody, but I can get away with it with some people. It's craft cardstock on this one with the get well soon from some ancient set. Newer Stampin' Up! Paper, both pieces, the matte and the little the crisscrosses on the other side. And then, I don't know if you can see, I'll try and come in soon, quick. Sugar Pea Designs has some circles with those kind of dye look. I'm loving them, and I did a little embossing on that one, a little heat embossing, and I just think that's adorable. Thank you, Christina. She just makes the most fabulous cards. And this one, and I never know where to put the sequins. You know, they tell you triangles, but I needed more than 3. I can see 1 triangle for sure. Maybe 2. Anyway, I also did that one, Feel Better. And that's some paper from some pads, 8x8 pads that I've got hanging around, and a very old Studio G Band-Aid. And the Feel Better was actually with it, and I cut it apart. And there's a little embossing on there too with white and detail embossing. And I just thought I'd throw those out at you. My daughter and I, she commissioned me and her to make some cards. Something like 25, and I think we're going to have about 10 days, but she works, and I can get really busy, so I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I will periodically show you how they came out as I continue to make them. So I hope you enjoyed my little video. I'm going to put it up, but it ain't going to have much stuff on it, you know, and all that. But eventually I'll learn how to edit, but I'm just having too much fun right now, just making cards and just doing stuff. And, you know, I came to this kind of late. Okay, I came to it 15 years ago, but I haven't really been able to devote myself to this until the last 3 or 4 years. So take care.